All right, we're back with the 782, and we are going to do a little follow-up after our engine rebuild or refresh. So we've got about 11 hours on the meter. Changed the oil once at about 5 hours just to make sure we kept everything clean. So what we're seeing right now is about 6 hours of runtime. So I check the oil, and it looks like, well, let's set it down there. Looks pretty good. We lost a little bit. It was right at the full mark. So we're not entirely free of oil consumption. But I would say probably what's going on is we've got some piston slap in there, and I would say that the bores are not quite sealed the way we would hope they would be. But it runs good. It doesn't really blow any smoke or anything like that. Plug condition does show a little bit of, there's a little bit of oil consumption in there. That's not just carbon. So that's for this cylinder here. And then this guy here, you can see, yep, that's definitely oil. So it's not perfect, but it does run really well. Plenty of power, never bogs down, no matter what I do. We're not really getting any blow-by. I pulled the air cleaner off here and looked inside here to see if it was blowing any of those oil fumes up into the air intake, and it definitely isn't. So relatively well sealed. You know, it could be coming through valve guides and stuff too. We didn't do anything with the valve guides. So I also checked compression this morning, and we are just about exactly where we were before. About 105 and 95, maybe 110. So our compression is about the same. Not better, but not worse. Yeah, and yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. It's running great, and we're going into a period of actual mowing again. That's why we haven't put that many hours on it. We've had a severe drought here, as you can see by all of the dust buildup on this engine. One of the cool things about the dust buildup is it really shows if there's an oil leak anywhere. And everything is bone dry. We also put a little insulator here for the oil line, for the oil pressure gauge coming through the firewall, and installed a different oil meter that looks way better than the other one. Performs exactly the same, shows about the same pressure, but that matches the dash a lot better. And that is a Dorman oil pressure gauge kit. It wasn't too expensive, like 20 bucks. But I did use the copper line that I'd already had in there, not the nylon one that comes with it or whatever it is. So yeah, there it is. We're going to top off the oil and do some more mowing today, because we finally got some rain with the hurricane that came through. Shout out to anybody who's dealing with that right now. We've been very lucky here. It could have happened to us. It could still happen to us in the future. You know, the stuff that's happening in North Carolina right now is just awful. So, you know, our hearts go out to anybody who's dealing with that stuff there. Yeah, so this is the current state of the machine. It's doing pretty well, and we're going to put it back together and put it back to work. So I know you guys were curious about how the compression readings were coming out, and that's what we're getting, about the same. So we're just going to keep on running her and see how she does.